Back to you guys.
Okay. Alana Austin, we appreciate the reporting. Thank you.
And with us now, White House Principal Deputy Press Secretary and Special Assistant to the President, Harrison Fields. Harrison, always great to have you on American Agenda. I think with this James Comey developing story, it's difficult to believe that a former FBI director would, I will even just say, act so recklessly as to post something that he clearly would have known the implications of, particularly because there has been an 86-47 anti-Trump group that has been in existence for the past few months.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, and good afternoon. The former FBI director cannot hide behind the old phrase, too cute by half on this one. He was the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and he knows damn well what 86 means when it comes to law enforcement. This is not a server telling the chef 86 that last meal. This is a former FBI director who has gone reckless in his derangement to what it seems to be calling for the assassination or the getting rid of the current president of the United States. This is not just derangement. This is abhorrent behavior, one that the administration is fully looking at, because this cannot go on. This is dangerous rhetoric, the likes of which all sides of America's political system should be condemning immediately.
So, Harrison, further expand on that. Where's this going to go? Criminal referrals we're hearing from members of Congress. I'll call it like it is. James Comey knew what he was doing. 100%. Without question. He's not an idiot. Everyone knows what they post online and what it means if it has some little secret meaning here. This is way out of bounds.
Way out of bounds. And right now, this issue stands with the United States Secret Service. They are in charge of all the protectees, the president being their main protectee. And we will talk to the Secret Service about next steps there. But overall, the administration is going to be ready to do whatever this investigation, if there determines to be one, to hold people accountable. This is dangerous rhetoric. We've seen two individuals try to assassinate the president of the United States and President Donald Trump. This cannot happen. If someone like Kash Patel were to send out this cryptic message, do you think the Democrats and the American media would be silent? No, they'd be running wall-to-wall coverage about a Republican former FBI director who is calling for the assassination, or at least harm, getting rid of the current president of the United States. This is the type of stuff that I'm glad Newsmax is covering, because the American people are over it. This is why President Trump won in such a resounding way. This rhetoric has to end once and for all.
Harrison, let's change to some good news while we have you. Your reaction to the investments the president secured on his epic Middle East trip. $600 billion in new investment from Saudi Arabia, $1.2 trillion from Qatar, and $200 billion from the UAE, which adds to their previous commitment of $1.2 trillion. Those are some pretty big numbers.
Yes, the president went to the Middle East and he brought back a bunch of goods for the American people, and he strengthened our partnerships with our allies in the Middle East. The president came there with a mission, and it was one of a deal maker, one of a president of the United States who wants to be in the driver's seat, not just here at home, but when we're talking about the world stage. He was able to do something that most presidents wouldn't even dare to do. Go to the Middle East on his first formal trip to extend a helping hand, to say, I am willing to work with you if you guys are willing to work with me. And we saw what fruit that bore. That we're bringing trillions of dollars in investment, which is going to directly impact Americans, American workers, American enterprise, because this is what the president was elected to do, to make sure that Americans, American companies are in the driver's seat once again. He is putting America at the top of the food chain once again, when the former president was asleep at the wheel. Every American, and you even see Democrats saying this was a historically significant and successful trip.